I am going off into the wilderness by myself for the first time, so I'm excited, a little bit apprehensive, but really more excited. And this is all because in 2025 I plan on hiking the Continental Divide Trail solo, so I've got to get used to being alone in the wilderness. So I'm heading out on a 5-night, 6-day trek that I mapped out, and this is in the Weminuche Wilderness area. Right now I'm starting up the Pine River Trail, and I'm going to head up past Emerald Lake to what's called Moon Lake tonight to camp, and then start off my next day. But the first mile or so of this trail has been pretty easy. It's just following along a beautiful ranch called Granite Peak Ranch, and I think I'll be entering the wilderness area in another mile or so. But anyways, wish me luck. All right, I'm leaving that Granite Peaks Ranch and entering the National Forest. Here's the boundary. There's the Pine River. So I think I'll be following this for a while, and then I'll turn north, headed up towards Emerald Lake. Good morning. Just a little ways up the trail, I'm entering the Weminuche Wilderness area now. And this looks like a bit of a rock slide. All right, we're getting close to a quick break spot. I like to stop for just a couple of minutes every 3.5 miles or so. Well, when I get in better shape, then I can go a little longer, but that helps keep me from getting too achy and sore. I can just take the pack off for just a minute, have a quick snack, drink some water, because I'm not coordinated enough to do that while I'm walking on all these rocks. And then I just get back on the trail. So I'll see you in a few. These little guys are called harebells, and they're actually edible. They're supposed to be really sweet. You can eat the flowers. So I'm right at about 3.6 miles. Taking a quick break. Got a nice log. Having my little honey stinger waffle. So this route that I mapped out, 70 miles, all in the Weminuche Wilderness area. It's got over 19,000 feet of gain, which may be a bit ambitious, but we'll see. If I absolutely have to, I have 2 points I could bail out and shorten the trip. Not quick bailouts, but I could get out of the wilderness area a little faster if needed. But right now it's just tough because I got 6 days worth of food and some water on me, so my pack's heavy, but as time goes on, that'll lighten up a bit, so that'll help. Anyways, I'm looking forward to it. I'll check back in later. I love these ponderosa pines. They're beautiful, and they smell so good. If you've never smelled one, if you go up to the bark and sniff it, it smells just like vanilla butterscotch. It's the best way to describe it. Oh yeah, that smells so good. And when it rains, that fragrance just permeates the air. Oh, this is a really pretty hike through the forest. And the river's just down there somewhere, you can hear it. Love it. Well, it's chilly down in this river valley, but the sun is just coming up over the peaks. So peaceful. It's really pretty. Such an interesting peak. It's very pretty. It looks kind of like a shark fin. keep climbing up. Oh, beautiful trees. This plant is called yarrow, and it's actually very medicinal. You can crush the leaves up and make them into a little poultice and pack them in a wound, and it'll help it clot faster. So it's a good like backpacking first aid item. You can actually do it fresh, or you can dry the leaves and then store them in like your first aid kit. Little bit of trivia. It's a pretty trail. It's starting to open up into some views of the peaks I'm heading towards. But I'm kind of just surrounded. I always love these mountain meadows, but I always think I'm gonna come around and see a bear. I am carrying bear spray. I've got bear spray and I've got a knife. Those are my two pieces of protection. Gosh, it's such a beautiful day. Man. I don't know what these plants are called. I have to look it up. They remind me like a mountain cabbage or something. Wow. Well, the trail's taking me right by the creek now. But I do not need any water, so I'm going to keep on hiking. This flower is called monk's hood, and it is very poisonous. Again, I always feel like when I get in this vegetation and gets grown over the trail a bit, I always feel like I'm gonna run into bears. That's the valley egg. Wow. Very lush through here. Lots and lots of thimbleberry plants. I see some blossoms, but no berries yet. Too bad. They're very good. Wow, just look how gorgeous this is all around me. These big peaks, aspens. Gosh. Wow. These are some pretty little wild roses. Also edible. Climbs are so hard, but they are always worth the effort. But we're not done climbing yet. That's interesting. So, I'm not exactly sure where the trail goes. I think maybe it follows this wash. Oh yeah, there it goes. Picks back up. Oh, this is beautiful. This is Emerald Lake. And I see why they call it Emerald Lake. Because the water is like an emerald green color. So I'm gonna go down by the lake somewhere and find a nice lunch spot. Hey dude. How you doing? Mr. Marmot. I'm going to have lunch. Look at these fish in the lake. Oh my goodness. There's more of them and they're right by the shore. Oh, I'd say this is a nice lunch spot. And if I had a fishing pole, or a fly rod, I would have some fish for lunch. They are big, and they're coming right up to me. Okay, let's get something to eat. So the lake I was just at before was actually not Emerald Lake. It was just a little lake just below Emerald Lake. So this is Emerald Lake. And it's big and beautiful. Oh, that water looks so inviting. Gosh. Well, that's a pretty beach. Whew. All these wildflowers. They're taller than me. Oh my gosh. We've got all the pollinators, bees. We're going crazy through here. I made my way down to that beach and it's so awesome. This water is so beautiful. I am tempted to get in and swim, but I think I'll wait for my lake tonight. Gosh, Emerald Lake. What a beautiful lake, and what a beautiful day. So cool. Well, it seems my trail has become a little creek. Oh yeah. Oh, I really don't want to get my shoes too muddy. Here we go. These Indian paintbrushes are so pretty. Well, I made it to the head of the lake, the north end of Emerald Lake. So now I think I've got like 2 miles uphill to get to Moon Lake, and then I'll decide what I'm gonna do from there for the rest of the day. So beautiful. I totally took a wrong turn back there and ended up on a game trail that finally dwindled out, and I realized I was off track. So I found the trail, but it's easy to see why I missed it because it is like super overgrown and in the middle of all these tall willows. So hopefully I'm heading the right way this time. This is crazy. This is my trail. Water bottle stay. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Looks like it opens up a little. At least for a second. This waterfall's coming down. Oh, I see where I'm headed back to. There is no shortage of scenery. Goodness. Wildflowers, waterfalls, mountain views. Love it. I literally have to walk through all of these tall willows. Like the trail goes through them, sort of. I've been doing that for a while now. This is just ridiculously scenic. I prefer these little plants to those willow trees, for sure. That's a waterfall. Whew. I am getting chased right now by a storm though. So it's starting to rumble. Whew. Well, I keep trying to figure out where exactly I'm going to be making my way over a pass tomorrow morning. But I guess I will figure it out. Oh good, I get to cross the slippery slide of death. Oh my word. Okay. I think we're gonna try that. There's a beautiful waterfall. Look at all that vertical drop. A lot of water. Pretty little creek. Runoff flowing down. Down to the bigger river. Whew. It's gross. Don't move, rock. Thank you. Gotta be getting close to this moon lake. Cool. Oh, wow. Man, I won't lie, I'm exhausted. This is further than I thought, but at some point there's a lake up here and I cannot wait. But it's so beautiful, worth it. Every time I come up a rise, I think I'm gonna see the lake, but nope, not yet. It's gotta be back here somewhere. It's gotta be running out of valley at some point. That was a heck of a climb. I guess this is where I cross. Well, I'm still climbing. And 1/3 cups. Well, I'm exhausted, but I found an amazing campsite. There's my tent. Got some wind protection. Did get a little bit of rain. There is the lake. These are all the high peaks around me. Look at that. The view. Oh my gosh. It has been a long day. At camp here, I hiked 16 miles. I gained 4,291 feet of elevation, and I am at 11,641 feet of altitude here. Absolutely beautiful day. Last 2 miles, I won't lie, they were hard. It's kind of weird. This is my first time being out in the wilderness alone, and I am like alone. There is nobody around. I haven't seen anybody heading this direction. I think I passed some campers a couple miles back, but I'm up here alone, and it's a different kind of feeling. It's a beautiful place. I miss my husband a lot. I wish he was here, but this is kind of a neat experience too. So I'm hoping to get a good night's sleep, and we'll see. I got to tackle crazy climb in the morning, and it's cross country. It is not on a trail, so I'm gonna have to do some route finding. We'll see how it goes. All right. Good. So you can see on the map kind of what I did today. So I started right here at Pine River Campground, and I hiked up this Pine River Trail and followed it on up to, this is that lake trail, Lake Creek, and then I followed it north, up, and came up to that little lake, and then Emerald Lake, and walked around the lake, and then from there on has been a really challenging trail. This wasn't too bad, but the last 2 miles, good grief, did this climb. You can't really tell on the map just how much it climbed. Right here, oh my gosh, that's just, those elevation lines are close, or those topographic lines are close together. So that means it's really steep, and that's where I climb, and I'm camped right here at this Moon Lake. And then tomorrow morning, I've got to get up and go off trail. So I'm trying to connect from here up to this trail, the Rock Creek Trail, and there's Rock Lake. So I can kind of see the topographic lines where it's a little less steep, but it's going to be a heck of a climb. And since there's no trail, it's going to be a little sketchy, but we'll just go nice, slow and steady.